Me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Second day of spring, 21st day of March. The Strawberry Festival kicked off the spring. Somebody took it back this morning, though. I think they gave us winter a little bit. Up in Boston, it was snowing this morning, right?
Yeah.
And the Strawberry Festival is what we want to focus on. Now, usually we talk about an event before it happens so that we can promote the fact that it's happening and people will show up. And every once in a while, we have people come back after the event to give us a report card on how well we did as a community. I know it was packed. And you know how I know is because earlier that morning we had to go to the Special Olympics event. And that meant that we couldn't arrive before the crowd, which means we were part of that long traffic trying to get in there. So I said,
25 minutes.
"Oh, this is huge. This is very big."
To get
In the studio, Joanne Black and Elizabeth Chryst. Joanne is the development director for Habitat for Humanity of Marion County, and Elizabeth is the board chair for Habitat. And we're talking about the results of the third annual Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival. And we were there, but we didn't see the one of you ladies. We were busy.
You were
walking
busy.
around.
We were busy. Yay.
Yeah,
Three-part harmony. All of us. Actually,
I wanted to
all
get you
four
on
of us
camera.
were.
We made a video. Did you see the video we made?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
It was three things in one.
Yes.
Including the blessing of the ashes from our friend Doug. So his mom. I don't know if you saw that last part of that video. But.
Yes.
So how are you two ladies doing?
Very well, thank you.
We are wonderful, and thank you guys for having us
Yes.
again. We love
Got sweaters
that you. We do. Yeah, that's.
Because it was cold?
Yeah, it was. Thank goodness we had beautiful weather for the Strawberry Festival.
I know.
It
It
was,
really was good.
the Lord basically blessed our event, we think, by having wonderful weather. We had great attendance. We think over about mid-30s, like 30,000, 32,000.
Is that right? How do you count them when there's no tickets sold? How do you do that?
Well, I'm going to kick that to the former police chief of Dunnell and Joanne Black. She can tell you how the police folks do that.
Well, when I was out there directing traffic with them, because we had complaints of 25 minutes, but let me ask you something.
You had complaints of what?
From people waiting for 25 minutes.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
was it
We
worth
didn't
it?
complain.
When you got in,
Oh, it's wonderful.
it was worth it. So,
yeah.
sometimes you have to wait to get, something well out of it. But one of the police officers that were there last year, about 1 o'clock said, I believe that we've surpassed what we had last year.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
So, and then I was out in the parking lot with also some of the staff members who were directing traffic to kind of get the flow a little bit better. And they just kept coming and coming and coming. And they sent some drones up just to see.
Oh, cool.
And we sent through the parking lot. And we didn't go through all the parking lots because, as you know, there's several parking lots that people can park in. And we set the drones up, and that was an indication as well.
That's cool. Next time we do a video, I want to use a drone, Rob. We'll add that to the video footage.
Yeah,
Be cool.
that'd be
There
cool.
you go. Yeah, so we're thinking mid-30s, like 32, 33,000. And
Wait a minute. How many people live in Dunnellon?
In Dunnellon,
Yeah.
we have about 1,700.
So this was, 5 times bigger than Dunnellon?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
5 times bigger than Dunnellon. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody seemed to have a wonderful time. Food was great. The kids' games were great. The
Kid rides.
The rides were great. The entertainment. We had Dane Meyer's band.
The pet show.
The pet show. We crowned
There was a
new
dog
Miss
there.
Strawberry
The big
Queen.
white fluffy dog. Does anybody?
From the Humane Society.
Yeah.
He was
They
being
were adopted. All the animals that were there that day
I
were
know,
adopted.
But everybody who saw that dog wanted that dog.
Yes.
It was 2 years old. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was named. What was the dog's name again? Luther.
Ooh, Luther.
Oh, that's a
Luther.
cute name. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it was a hit. And we want to do bigger, better next year. We're already planning bigger, better for next year. We made, though, Habitat for Humanity
This
of
is the
Marion
number we
County.
want. Here's the drum roll moment.
We'll do a little drum roll. Our little affiliate made $40,000 to put towards a
Nice.
house.
Wow.
Absolutely wonderful. We have a homeowner that's getting ready to move into the house, starting to do her sweat equity hours. We've picked where it will be over in Silver Spring Shores. We'll have a wall raising soon, and then hopefully a house blessing in 6 to 9 months. You guys will be invited. It is a wonderful, wonderful. That's the deal with
That
the
is
Strawberry
really cool.
Festival.
That is really cool.
Every penny that you spend,
Yes.
whether you buy a hot dog or whether you put your child on a ride, goes to build a house for somebody in need in Marion County.
And the Chick-fil-A did something wonderful.
They did $1 sandwich, and
did.
because we know these guys over here, and I think he said it was 1,200 sandwiches.
1,200
something like
sandwiches
that?
sold.
So
Yes.
$1,200 just from Chick-fil-A.
Yes,
Yeah.
just
They
from
did it.
Chick-fil-A.
I believe they passed their number from last
They
year.
did. They
I think so.
absolutely
Yeah, I
almost
think so.
doubled their
Yeah,
number
yeah,
from
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. Sonny's Barbecue participated. We're looking for other major restaurants in the area to participate.
I can
It's a-
help out with that. I have a toaster. I could
There you go.
There you go. He can make toast.
gourmet toast.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. No, and the strawberry food. I don't know if you guys got around
How
to
many
eat this.
strawberries did you sell?
We bought 1,700 flats, and we sold all but about 200 flats.
Is that right?
Wow.
And a flat, if you remember, has 8 of those little quart thingies that you
Right.
get out of the grocery
Yeah,
store
yeah,
in
yeah.
it. So that's a lot of berries, guys. That's a ton of berries.
Yeah.
And and you allowed the people to buy the individual quarts also because
did.
we saw them. That
But
was
you know
really
what?
nice.
Most people, this floors me, Joanne. I just don't get it. Most people want to buy the flat.
Yes.
They want to buy the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's obviously fine with us. We're all about strawberries. So, yeah, it was a
But once you
kick
eat
in a
one
million
strawberry,
ways.
that quart is not enough.
There you go.
You're going to be
Right.
wishing you would have got the flat. So that's probably why.
Yeah, right.
And we buy them straight from Plant City,
Yes.
and they get trucked in. So they're as fresh can be. So everybody that knows how to do all the neat things with strawberries, that's where they come. And they're starting to know every year now Marion County is
Yeah.
going to do the Strawberry Festival. Habitat Humanity is the sponsor of the Strawberry Festival. So, and bigger and better. That's going to be our theme, bigger and better.
Go back to the money just for a second.
Sure.
And because since now that this is behind us, and part of your role in Habitat is to educate us in redundancy, because you have to do it over and over and over again.
absolutely.
How Habitat actually works. So because I don't want somebody who doesn't know to say, "Wow, $40,000, isn't that nice? Somebody's going to get a free home."
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Explain that they don't get it for free. That $40,000 helps pay for stuff.
It
but-
helps build the house, and I think most people know that Habitat is built by mostly volunteers. But here's the deal. The homeowner gets chosen because they are in need. They're in substandard housing in our area in Marion County. And then instead of going to the closing at the end of the day, like most of us have, buying a house and putting money down, they don't put money down. They put work down. They do 300 what we call sweat equity hours, and that is basically their down payment. They work for their house. And think about it, 300 hours. If we all work a 40-hour work week, okay, how do you get 300 hours in if you're working your 40-hour work week?
Yeah.
It's weekends. It's every bit
hard
of
labor.
it is hard labor.
Yeah.
And it usually takes almost up to a year. But you know what? At the end of the year, you are a homeowner. You write a check. You write that mortgage check every month, just like most
And
of us
that's the
do.
part that the listeners who don't know.
You basically are a homeowner, just like your neighbor's
Yeah.
a homeowner.
Gotta
but
pay a mortgage.
You have to pay a mortgage. You have to pay your light bill. You have to pay your water bill. You have to pay your cable bill. All of that. You're a mortgage holder, just like all of us. The only difference is you didn't go to that closing table with a check. You went being a proud owner and having worked for it, literally worked for it.
Are the homes furnished?
No, they are not
Oh,
furnished.
but they're carpeted and all that, right?
Right. And, when you get to different levels of your work, maybe the first 100 hours, the first 50 hours, you get to start picking things like colors, the colors of the shutters, the colors
Start
of my
imagining
front
your
door.
own home, yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And that kind of
Right.
keeps you going because, as I said, 300 hours, that's a lot of hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to be somebody that knows how to build a house. They teach you how to do all aspects of it. Maybe you end up doing some
And
landscaping.
I'm guessing because every house requires a handyman, even if it's a brand new house.
Correct.
So I'm guessing after that year of sweat equity, you've got some skills that you might not have had before. that will
Right.
come in handy. You know how to fix this, how to
Small repairs.
Yeah,
Yes.
things like that. Yeah.
Yes, and that also goes along with the pride of owning a home, being
Yeah,
able to kind of fix a hinge or something. So it's all a wonderful thing, making a new homeowner in Marion County. And this is the part I love: kids. The kids that end up moving into a Habitat home. This is a statistic that comes from Georgia, where the headquarters is. The first year that a child lives in a Habitat home, that child's letter grade goes up an average
Wow.
of 1 letter grade. So if he was doing D work, he's doing C work. Or if
That
she
makes it
was
all
doing
worthwhile
B,
right
That's awesome. That's
she's
awesome.
doing A.
We'll continue this conversation on the other side of the break. Elizabeth Chryst is here. Joanne Black is here. We're talking about the results of the 3rd annual Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunny to partly cloudy today. Brisk and cooler with a high of 63 to 66. Clear and moonlit tonight. Also chilly with a low of 37 to 50. Tomorrow will turn warmer, mostly sunny with a high of 71 to 75. Looks beautiful Wednesday. Sunshine and high of 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Have you heard of Hyperdirectory? When looking for local businesses, go to hyper.directory. No need for www, no need for .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to local companies when it matters most. Hyperdirectory is your local business directory partnered with the Ocala Chamber and Economic Partnership to bring you trusted local businesses. Keeping Ocala local. Use hyper.directory. No www, not even .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
At Ameris Bank, we understand that there is no purchase more exciting than the purchase of a new home. We are dedicated to helping you find the mortgage that meets your needs and giving you the personal attention you deserve. Our mortgage options offer a variety of benefits, including up to 100% financing, down payment assistance, and expansive credit qualifications, all with the competitive rates and exceptional service. Call Ameris Bank today or visit amerisbank.com to learn more. We look forward to serving you.
Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender and member of FDIC, a loan subject to credit approval.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure, plus they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
1370 WOCA.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. If you went to the 3rd annual Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival and you had a good time, there was a lot of work that was put into it. Two of the ladies who did that work are right here, Elizabeth Chryst and Joanne Black from Habitat for Humanity. And we're kind of getting a report on how well we did as a community to help support what you guys do over at Habitat. Is this now the time when you start planning for next year?
Oh, we were planning for next year, like in January.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Even before this one?
Yes.
Really? Have you ever done something that required a whole year to plan for it?
No.
Other than a baby, maybe? You don't even plan a whole year for a baby, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this is like a baby. This is like a baby. Yeah, we start having our meetings, start figuring out who's going to handle volunteer. You got to think about this. Part of the reason for the Strawberry Festival is to give back to the community.
Right.
We had 1,400 volunteers that day.
Wow.
Throughout the day, giving back their time and their talent to put this whole thing on. It's
Wow.
that alone, getting that many volunteers corralled and organized, that takes months all in itself.
Right. And also, the staff was out there. All our board members participated this year, and some of them took on projects that probably they'd never done before. And together, we
Really?
made this a success. Yes.
So, what was the biggest challenge?
I'm going to kick that one to you, Joanne. What was the biggest challenge?
For me, because I've never been to Strawberry Festival, and I came here 2 months ago and Elizabeth said, "This is your baby, run with it." And so not knowing a lot, that was a challenge, but I just took the advice and I listened to the staff and the board members and what people out there wanted to see and what I want to see as, a spectator when I come to these events. But once it came together, it worked out perfect. And, nobody knows, you have your little issues behind the scenes, but nobody knew that. That was just for ours.
Oh, right.
We didn't get the golf cart there at 9 or nobody knows that.
Well,
But
there
just
were a
us-
lot of burgers being cooked. I know
Yes,
that.
there was.
And we
There
weren't
was.
there early enough to see the pancakes. I trust there were a lot of pancakes being eaten too.
The pancakes were obviously the Kiwanis pancakes. They're legendary to begin
Yes.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they rocked it. They rocked it starting at 7:30, and of course you could kind of do your own, where you could put your own strawberries on top and the whipped cream or whatever you wanted to do.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
That's
were.
what we missed out on, Robin. We got to do that. We gotta
Yeah,
do
you
that.
guys
The
need to
other
come.
event.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Last
You
year
were.
we came early for the breakfast, but this
Yeah,
year
because
had Special
last year the
Olympics.
Special Olympics was a different day. There was
Yeah.
two things fell on the same day. So
Yeah, it's difficult to pick the days. We are sort of, as you can imagine, stuck with the strawberry growing season, and we want to
That's
sort
right,
of have
that's
it at
right,
the
yeah.
peak of when they are at their peak. So we've already got the date for next year, March 4th, and
do you
again.
have anything planned for next year that is a result, like something you learned from this year, or?
Yes.
A few things. Yeah, a few things. We're really working on doing maybe a major concert. We're thinking about sort of folding the Strawberry Festival at 5 or 6 like it normally would, and then spin into a major concert in the evening.
Oh wow!
That would be wonderful.
So, yeah, the staff and I
concert
are
would
kind of
mean
looking at each other like,
somebody
can
famous,
we do this?
right?
Somebody famous.
Right,
and you'd
right,
have
right.
tickets.
And we'd have tickets, so it would be sort of a whole different thing, just sort of melding into another event, but all at the same night. So I think we can do it. I know we can do it. The community, I think, would support it in a big way. So that's sort of the bigger the better that we're
Yeah,
looking towards.
And the stage is awesome. I mean, we just love the fact that the American
whoever
flag
did
is
the stage,
behind
yeah,
there.
whoever did that is gets some kudos too.
Yeah, and the picture of the American flag sort of unfurling, and the huge American flag, the size of a parking lot in
Yeah,
itself,
yeah,
and as the backdrop. That's what this is about. It's about community. It's about America. We love all of that, and the give back to the community is what we love.
It's a nice place too, the
Yes.
McPherson spot. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and people
It's not
learning
used,
about
though.
habitat.
But it's not used, though, a lot, the McPherson
I know.
Public. And
Yeah,
I don't know
you're right.
why.
You're right.
It's a beautiful venue, and a lot of people ask, why don't you put a backdrop on our stage? But how can you beat the American flag?
Right.
You can't.
There's-
You can't. It has
You
to be
can't
the
top
American
that.
flag.
I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't imagine why a backdrop would be preferable to what you have right now.
That, to me, is the beautiful, best
Yeah, you can't even-
backdrop you can ever have. So the fire department came out and did that. They did phenomenal. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could tell they look forward to doing that. And they had fun setting it up and climbing up their ladders and dropping that flag was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So.
Since you do crown a Miss Strawberry, does she have any kind of duties during the year?
She does. This is Brittany Lacani from Dunellen. Just
That's right.
coincidentally, she does. She will have to go to multiple house blessings, which are, of course, the time when we give the keys to the homeowner. Obviously, be there for the wall raising and the house blessing of the Strawberry House. And then in the Christmas parade, we typically have a float there. She will be our representative. So she's our ambassador for a whole year doing things like that. And of course, next year, she'll be on stage recrowning the new Miss Strawberry for 2018 or 17.
Does the winning dog have to go to these events too?
That would be awesome.
We had the neatest sort of impromptu thing happen with the dog parade. I'm going to ask Joanne to talk about that, the little soccer game.
We had soccer collies, they're called, and
Oh,
they came
really?
in
Yeah,
and
I've seen
asked
them.
if they can
Yeah.
do a little performance, and they crowd around, they form a circle, and the dogs play soccer with the people, and they
wow.
loved it.
Wow.
I don't know how big that crowd was. It got bigger and bigger and bigger, and those dogs played for a very long time, so that was really good.
We really don't have anything in Ocala right now like that. The state fair moved out of town, right? They don't
They're
come.
in Tampa.
Oh, they're in Tampa. Yeah, but we used to
Yeah.
have a state fair here.
Yeah,
didn't
we do. We used to
Right.
have
That
one.
we kind of figured that out a couple of years ago that we were void of that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
remember when as a kid you'd save your pennies and nickels and dimes because you're going to go to the fair at the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think kids need to do that again. Get excited about going to the fair.
Sure, yeah,
Or
yeah,
in
yeah.
our case, going to the Strawberry Festival.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to fill that void, and more people each year realize that we're doing it. And when it is, every March.
And they come from farther and farther away
Yes,
too.
yes.
Just like they do other longer established festivals.
Exactly.
Like that corn thing. Where's that corn thing again?
Zellwood.
The Zellwood corn thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't that do for them like the Strawberry Festival does for us?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a fundraiser for anything. It's just a lot of corn.
You really have some bang up vendors too. You don't have any junky vendors there. You don't have any tacky toys for kids. You've got quality vendors that you pride yourselves in having.
And that is really all Joanne. Joanne is the vendor rock queen.
Oh, really?
She handles all of
Oh,
that.
you
She
said
handles
no
the whole
to some
thing,
people?
but yes.
You had to say no to some
Yes,
people?
I did.
Oh, really? What were they trying to sell?
Sometimes it just matters what their product is, because when we didn't want a lot of repeat vendors, which I mean,
Right.
like kettle corn, you maybe have 2, maybe 3 because of the crowd, but you wouldn't want to have 5 or 6.
Okay,
Or
yeah, that
you don't
makes
want
sense,
the
yeah.
same type of product, because the whole thing is to bring the vendors. They need to make money, of course, because that's why they're there. They're to sell their product, have a good time, and of course, when they come to us, it brings people to come back. So we were very particular about what kind of vendors we had this year, and I think the people liked it. It wasn't a lot of repeat, a lot of duplications or anything, and people had the chance to make, a profit there, so which was good.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I forgot that part of it. So it was successful for you, and it was successful for the vendors.
Yes.
Exactly.
It has to work both ways.
Well, because I mean,
we want them back.
So if Chick-fil-A sold whatever 1,200 sandwiches, not only did they raise money for you, but they made money.
That's
Right.
correct.
That would make sense, right?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
It's like a win-win for everybody. We want them to do well.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, we're there
How
to
would I
raise
do
money.
just with toast? I mean, how would I do with toast? You think?
You think toast?
So,
You
yeah,
could
toast.
maybe strawberry jam on top or
better.
something? You
With a
gotta
strawberry.
have
So gourmet toast seems like it should be just pure,
Okay.
unadulterated toast.
There you
right
go.
out of a
There you
toaster.
go.
There you go.
I think the strawberry jam would be the best.
Yeah.
Then
Gotta
you
put
probably
some-
do well.
Yep.
That'll be the next booth over. If you
know,
want to
and-
spoil my toast, go ahead. Spoil.
The car show.
Oh, yeah,
Bernie's. Bernie's? What's the name of the?
Just Bernie's. It's
Okay.
it's his shop that he has, and he brought his dragster out there.
That was
and
big too.
they
Oh, that
loved
thing is
it.
monstrous.
I had never seen one in person. That
I
was
hadn't either.
Bigger
I had
than
no
I realized.
idea it was as
Yeah,
big as.
yeah.
I mean, to me, it looked like almost the size of an 18-wheeler as far as
it
length.
was huge. Yeah,
It was huge.
Yeah.
And 60, 70 cars. How many cars in it?
Over 100.
Okay, yeah. Classic cars. So for the guys, if that's what you're into, there's a huge classic car show that we're going to build on bigger and better. And Bernie's bringing his dragster. Next year, maybe there'll be, I don't know, maybe a NASCAR. Who knows? Again, we strive for bigger and better.
And the Habitat volunteers themselves, you had booths set up in different places that had nothing but bottled water, so the people wouldn't get dehydrated. And you
That's
also
correct.
had emergency personnel
Exactly.
on site.
Exactly. We had a nursing station. If you have your little one, if you just had your little one and you want to bring a little baby to the festival, we take care of that for you. We tried to think
Nursing
of
and
everything.
changing station.
Yep,
Yeah.
nursing and changing
Yes.
station. So we tried to think of everything. We had a green room for those that were on the stage,
Yes.
thanks to Al's TV,
From Denellen.
right?
Nice.
Oh, really?
They brought a green room in, so we had Miss Strawberry was in there, our characters were in there, and then our band
Oh,
was
that
in
made
there.
them feel special, didn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
You get a little diva status going on. Yeah. So anyway, we try to take care of everybody, but the bottom line is we try to give back to the community because this community is phenomenal when it comes to Habitat and all that they do for
Well,
us.
thank you for what you do, not just for coming in here, but we thank you for that also. But I mean, thank you for what you do. I mean, what you do for Habitat for Humanity spills over to the whole community. First of all, the Strawberry Festival spills off to us it's real obvious what you're doing there. So I know you ladies put a lot of work into this, and thank you for doing that. And if anybody wants to support Habitat for Humanity in other ways, I know there's a couple of shops, right?
We have a restore.
Restore is what you call them,
on
yes.
27th Avenue.
How many
they
restores
can go
are there? Two? Or
just one. We
The one in
consolidated.
Denellen is closed?
Yes,
That's closed, okay.
consolidated all to one. But they can go to habitatocala.org. They can volunteer. They can see upcoming events. We've got a bowl-a-thon. And we're always got something going on. But they can volunteer. They can check out our houses if they want to be a homeowner. Maybe there's a homeowner listening or somebody that is in need of a home. Check it out.
When is the bowl-a-thon?
The bowl-a-thon is in September 18th, middle of September.
We did that last year, too. We did 2 bowl-a-thons. Yeah.
Larry and Robin, you guys rock it for us. You really do. You always are doing stuff.
It. We don't rock, we oompa.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you for what you guys do.
Yes.
Joanne Black, Elizabeth Chryst, you ladies are so sweet. Thank you so much for coming in here.
Thanks for having us.
Come back anytime. Don't think you only can come in for these kind of things.
All right. You may see us more often.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will take a little break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.